Hello and welcome to the brand new playthrough following Blasphemous. This is Nine Souls, a glorious Taiwanese-made game that is a 10 out of 10 for me so far. Full of fantastic characters like Xuan here, who I'm going to totally not screw up the name of, or any of the names for that matter, such as the main character, Yi, who is not a cat or a fox. I know what you're thinking. He is not. He's designed after probably cat or something like that. But in truth, he is something else, and we'll learn more about that later. For now, though, let us just enjoy the wonderful music, the beautiful artwork that the Taiwanese team did. Now, I'm going to try and not screw up the Taiwanese/Chinese localization names, but I'm sure I will multiple times. Now, welcome to the beautiful and terrifying world of Nine Souls. Right now, it's just the beautiful world of Nine Souls, a Metroidvania, just like Blasphemous, although unlike Blasphemous, which was more inspired by Dark Souls, this is more inspired by Sekiro. Crooked words etched into the ground. I found the exit, but there's no way to go back now. This messy note seems like the last words of the deceased before they passed away. Interesting. So this game is definitely more about being a ninja, which you can actually hear some of the enemies say, but we'll get to that later. I don't want to spoil too much or talk about too much. Xuan's story scroll. One day, the noble swordsman passed by a stone. Suddenly, someone jumped out from the stone. Turned out to be a great hero. The handwriting is quite neat for something written by a child. In the bottom left corner, there is a note stating this is the 63rd episode. Oh, this is where I got tentacle hentai porned. Hello, Xuan. Thought there'd be some in the Forbidden Cave, but I haven't seen a single one. Where are you, Crimson Hibiscus? Or is it hibiscus? I don't remember. I think it's hibiscus. Oh, the music. I was just listening to it for a moment. It's just ambiance right now. I'll try not to skip through the dialogue too quickly. But if I am going a little too fast, just pause the video so you can see it. Or better yet, get this game for yourself. It is so good. Fair warning, though, it will kick your ass. It is 10 out of 10 game, 10 out of 10 difficulty, too. It's brutal. Brutal game. All about pattern recognition, getting it almost like muscle memory, very similar to Sekiro, almost like a rhythm game in the end. Very similar to a rhythm game, rather than like a Souls-like. Not that Blasphemous was really a Souls-like, but it definitely had elements inspired by Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I'll get that flower for you, Xuan. It's alright. Yeah, I'll go get it for you, Xuan. Don't you worry about it. Be careful not to get hurt. I'm a god. What are you talking about? So we can climb these little roots. We can dodge, but we can't get through here yet, so don't bother about it. And if you get near these grappling points, you can actually sort of fling yourself around infinitely. So if you fuck it up, you can always just sort of go back. Here's our first enemy. Alright, so I did an imprecise parry there. That's where you don't quite do it at the right time. There, I just did a precise parry. So if you press the left bumper at the right time, you parry. Now, if you just block it, an imprecise parry, you reduce the damage taken, and the damage you did take can be regained. Boom! Can be regained over time. Now, every time you do an imprecise or a precise parry, you can then hold down the right bumper and attach a talisman, an explosive talisman that will blow someone up. Alright, I just fucked up there. I just didn't even do a parry at all. Boom! Now, you don't have to worry about it right now because you don't have a health bar. I'm gonna kill this poor boar. I don't... So there is something to the left, but we can't do anything with it yet. So don't worry about it. Just like any good Metroidvania, you come back to something. Crimson hibiscus. These flowers that appear around the Peach Blossom Village are used by villagers as a decoration during the ceremony. Ooh, excuse me. Legend has it that harvest will be bountiful if the ceremony is successful. Well, that hasn't been proven. Everyone still gets more food after the ceremony. So now that we're on the other side of that, we can break through. And like I said, there is something to the left, but there's an obstacle we can't get through. So there's no point going that way right now. Hello, Schwan Schwan. That boar was huge, but it didn't even attack me. So it's been about a year since I've been up and about. It's even prettier up close. It is a pretty little flower. God, look at the... Just listen to the ambiance and look at the artwork. It's so good. And this is just a taste of what's coming. There is so much crazy stuff. And when we get to the next part of this game, it's going to blow your mind. I love Yi. He doesn't... he just doesn't really... He just doesn't give a shit, and I love him. We'll be in trouble if they find us here. Why are you out here, then? Where are your parents? I'm just some random cat guy that you found being tentacle hentai. Then you were like, yeah, I'll just play the flute for this guy. Yeah, why not? Let's just enjoy this. For now. We can start talking smack and stuff later. For now, we can just enjoy this. Alright, I was just letting the music play for a little bit. It's so good. Leave the fish to me. Catch you later. And now we can just enjoy this. This village is beautiful. With sunrise's grace comes sunset's sigh. Every day a cherished sky. Swanstron's been buzzing with energy as of late. Remember how glum he used to look when his parents left. The guy he hangs around with, he's a bit of an oddball. Yeah, I am. I wonder if I have to hide my face. In the old days, when our ancestors lived in the harsh wilderness, they had to endure the bitter cold and the onslaught of savage predators. Unable to bear watching as humans suffers, the 10 merciful souls descended from the heavens. At first, some were ignorant and raised their swords towards the souls. Those fools were met with divine wrath, and their bones were ground to dust. Those who were pious and reverent followed the souls to a land outside the 99 heavens, a paradise where everyone could prosper. The all-knowing and all-powerful souls bestowed their wisdom upon us, teaching us about the truth of all things. When the peaches ripen for harvest, the souls will select several of us for a great privilege. Those fortunate enough to be chosen will live the rest of their lives among the divine souls. Interesting. So be good, children. Listen, follow, and believe. And you may also be chosen one day. Divine souls above, I humbly ask that you heed my request. Sort of looks like Yi up there. Hello, fat man.
No.
Ooh, he seems unfriendly. Don't want any part in this dumb festival, he says. I didn't even say anything. Never mind, he wouldn't get it. I get a lot. All this nonsense is making my wine go sour. Oh yeah, we can go into this, which looks very sort of cyberpunky. Yeah, Key Blast is the talisman charge. We also have our medicine pipe that you saw before. Our Estus Flask, as it were. A skill point system that we can't really do anything with currently. And a database. A mysterious Feng Shi. Feng Shi or Feng Shi? I'm not really sure. Xuan, a little boy from Peach Blossom Village. He began living with Yi after his parents left. Xuan is easygoing and curious about anything new. His hobby is writing martial arts stories. Shenong, a brawny man from Peach Blossom Village. He is a conspiracy theorist who harbors numerous doubts and grievances towards the world he inhabits. And then we can also look at the things we've done. Good job, Brain. Last year, my daughter was one of the lucky few to be chosen. I wonder if the other guy is going to say anything. What a blessing. I wonder what it's like to live with the gods. Hello, Xuan. Xuan's great.
No silence.
He's adorable. Did you see anything interesting? I cleaned up that crimson hibiscus you got me earlier. He's a good kid, man. Seems to be happy. Seems to keep Yi company. Probably saved Yi's life, for all I know. Of course, I'll be seeing my mom and dad soon. I wish I could see my dad again. I wonder if they'll notice that I've grown taller. Let's head inside. I'm hungry. I'm being a little quiet. I'm not reading anything yet. Unless someone, like, tells me I should be reading it, I probably won't read them. I'll just let them sort of converse. Otherwise, we'll just enjoy the wonderful nature of this game. For now, anyway. Soon we'll be in the midst of it. But for now, let's just enjoy it. Oh, and there's the hibiscus on the left.
Ayo. Oh.
Nothing is predetermined. You make your own destiny. The Forbidden Cave. He's so cool. He tries to pretend he doesn't give a crap. But he does. Whoa, now that's interesting. Journeyed over mountains and rivers. Peach Blossom Village. Blossom? Blossom Village. Now, what is this? Furry. Lord Yi, greetings from your humble servant. I was afraid you would lose track of time, so I called to remind you. Two years between harvests. 8-man facility.
Okay.
Mystic Nymph, is that what we used before? So mysterious. What is this? Before it looked like some kind of Taiwanese medieval culture, perhaps? But one wonders. What about all this technology we're being shown? An 8-man rather than human. Interesting.
Woke up.
May fortune favor you. But we were being watched. Freak! See everything you were doing. When a man talks to himself, is he not talking to those who are watching? It's an interesting way of putting it. Those bumps on his head, which I assume must be like cysts or something, make it look like horns. I knew the truth from the very beginning. Those statues are possessed by demons! Diamonds! Really the delusions of fools. There are no gods, and I sure as hell do not know who came up with all that mumbo-jumbo anyway. Shenong seems to be an interesting person. Perhaps a little kooky, maybe a little crazy. Prove I'm right in front of everyone's faces one day. Sure, man. Don't bother me again. Alright. It's not as if I'm gonna lose out on that. Firecrackers. Shenong sure has an active imagination. All that loneliness has made him go a bit kooky. They're going to talk more? Fascinating. Thank the gods for blessing our Peach Blossom Village. Whoa, this looks different. Hereby receives your decree. In accordance with the soul's orders, we humbly pay respect to the flying throne. Now to go and be with the souls. What a peaceful, wonderful, oh. That's probably fine. He's with the souls now, right? Yeah, he's probably fine. His brain got uploaded to the machine or something like that. I don't know. He's probably fine. This is all grand and dandy, right? This is all just medieval sort of Chinese culture, right? And mythology. Yeah, it really looks like it, doesn't it? Something seems off. Schwan. Time for me to go. Kaboom! Oh God, spare us from your wrath. What's happening, Yi? I must go now. Take good care of yourself. Goodbye, Schwan. Goodbye, Schwan, and goodbye, medieval Chinese culture. And welcome to the real game. You can see their bloodied corpses here. And then hold it down. Boom! And then we can smoke our pipe to get health back. And here are our save points, the bonfires of the game, the nodes, the prie-dieux of the game. We can rest here. Excellent. Now look, you can see multiple bodies in the background there before I go fuck this guy up. Boom! Multiple bodies, as if from multiple villages. We can destroy stuff. We can also dodge through lasers. Now, I could kill him there, but that's way more fun. You have to hold down the button. Now, let me see here. Ew. But we get an item. Bloody crimson hibiscus. Soaked with a villager's blood, 8 men are harvested at regular intervals in the livestock area, where their bodies are then dismembered and sorted. Flowers and clothes are usually mixed with the rest of the useless parts and disposed of. Yup, that is what is going on. Welcome to the true 9 Souls. Welcome to the true actual game of 9 Souls. It's a crazy sci-fi Taoism-based adventure. Go after that crossbow guy yet. You can be knocked out of exploding a talisman and it will waste the charge. Underneath my health bar, that little circle, whenever I get a precise or imprecise parry, it fills up. Boom! And you can charge it up. Boom! Now, I'm making this game look a lot easier. It is a lot more difficult than that. You can see them being processed. 8 men, they call this. Boom! God, that feels so good once you get the hang of it. This guy looks a little more burly. Now that you cannot parry. You have to dodge it. Kaboom! I made that look so much easier. In your first playthrough, that guy will probably kick your ass a little bit. Listen to that music. It's crazy. Get some more gin. Sort of the currency of the game, the souls, as it were. I can also attack this guy before he notices me and kill him. But where's the fun in that? Ooh, that guy has a spear. That's different. Come on. Come on. Boom. Those guys are a little bit harder to time. Come on, attack me. Now, you also have to be facing the right direction. So if I had tried to block in like this direction, it would have failed. It wouldn't have even given me an imprecise parry. Smack. Smack. Yeah, I was about to say, you're not gonna attack me, I'm just gonna keep smacking you to death. Look at all the crimson hibiscus being collected and dispersed of. Those are also clothing, I think. So multiple villages. We only saw 2 people get harvested, so it must be multiple. I imprecise parried that crossbow bolt. Ow! Good job, my guy. He just ran into that and died. Go on. Alright, I'm just gonna kill you now. That laser is messed up. Now we can hack. Do a little bit of Helldivers hacking. We can go up back to the node. But I'm good on health, so I'll just keep going. We unlocked it. Wait. Is there a secret here? Yes. I've never noticed that before. Now that is obviously evil, so I want to avoid it. Some kind of like weird mine. Look, it's just like the statue before, but now you can see that the statue does indeed have weird lights coming from it. Weird sort of weird like surveillance stuff inside of it. Hello. It's usually a good idea to kill those guys early on. Yeah, this is the bottom part of the statue. Excuse me. Guide to raising ape men. Ape men are capable of abstract thinking even prior to undergoing transmutation. Individuals that reject group living often exhibit violent behavior. Caution is advised when dealing with. The ape men originated from the pale blue planet, which was first discovered in a deep space observation report from the Haotian sphere? I'm not really sure. They are one of the extremely few highly intelligent life forms in the celestial sphere. And we're using them as cattle, I guess. Wonder what transmutation means. Unusual activity detected in the livestock area. Perimeter breached by living organism detected. It shows Yi, but also, is that Shenong? Interesting. Rui, you're back. This is going to be a slightly longer episode just because of how much we needed to get through. And there's a little bit more we need to get through, and once we get to it, we'll probably end it. Once we get to the pavilion, we'll probably end the episode. So not too much longer now. Like I said, I just wanted to make this longer just because there's so much to go through. Bound to draw attention sooner or later. I prepared for the worst. Supposing that is true, why then did you intervene so early? That wasn't part of the plan. It wasn't part of the plan to save Xuan, but we did it anyway because we're motherfucking Yi, and we love Xuan. He's awesome. He's our friend, and we are going to help him. Please reach the predetermined safe zone as swiftly as possible. But that does indeed look like Xuan. 8 men have breached the enclosure. Illegal Solarian perimeter breach detected. Harvester damage. System shutdown and repair initiated. Yeah, we kind of blew it the fuck up. Then it will repeat the same things. Ooh, there's a sign there for a node. Fascinating. We're getting closer and closer to the pavilion where I want to in the game. We can look at a world map, but there's not much to look at right now. Here's a node. Rest at it. Let me see. Do I have any skill points? No, that number directly under my heart is my skill points. I don't have any skill points. Nice. Now, sometimes, if you have a charge, you can dash to put a talisman on something, even if you don't put a talisman on something. So it wastes it, but sometimes you'll want to use it just to escape harm. Now, this is a lot. Ooh, I could have blocked it, but I fucked it up. That's fine. Ah. Ooh, I can't block that. Uh-oh. Ooh, I fucked up there. Alright, let's see here. I am precise parried. I'm trying to blow up the normal swordsman. Okay, there's the swordsman. Now we can focus on this guy. Ooh, I knew he was gonna attack again. Nice. All right, we made a little screw up here and there, but overall we were fine. These are the living mines. We just want to get up here, assassinate this man, kill his little bug minion. Come on, hit me with it. Boom. Look at this. It's crazy. And listen to that music. It's just as crazy. Ooh. Ooh, imprecise parried. That's fine. That red bit of health in my head and my health bar will over time regenerate. Now these things, you just want to run away from. They explode. Come on. Good college try there, pal. Now, if we hit those red things, we get yeeted back to our last safe zone. So we want to climb up these. Okay. Kill the living mine. I don't have to kill all these enemies, but it's good practice. If you heard him there, he actually said ninja. At least that's what it sounded like he said. Ninja. Now, you can parry in the air. It's a little bit harder. But we can 100% parry in the air. Oh no. Well, that's fine. I got yeeted back to a chest anyway. Yeah, if I hit those red things, you take some damage and you get shot back to the last safe zone. I almost screwed up that jump. God, listen to that music. Just crazy. There's a secret here. Basic component, widely used in processors for guards and various machines. The amount of gin used directly affect their performance. Yield a small amount of gin when recycled at the 3D printer. Now, those are sort of like, if we keep using Dark Souls as a basis, those are sort of like the soul items you collect, where when you use them, you get some gin back. Gin is something we lose and drop upon death. So that's those coin-looking things at the top there. Do I want to go here first? Yes. Ow! I got knocked out of it. There we go. That makes this a lot easier. Sometimes I'm gonna focus a little bit. We're coming up on the very first boss. Fucked up that parry, but it's fine. We can't go down yet, so don't worry about it. We'll be able to come back to this area at some point anyway. Now, always kill the crossbowmen first. Ooh, I just got a skill point there. Boom! Fascinating. Now, we will be able to use those green things soon, but right now we can't. It has something to do with the block, but we can't do that right now. This heals us, gives us back all of our healing ability. Because it's boss time. Time for boss time. And especially for your first time, this guy will be pretty difficult. I might even have trouble with him at first. Yeah, he always does that in threes. And then jumps and attacks. Honestly, I find that a lot harder to perfect parry. There we go. Getting back in the groove. Now remember, you cannot block that. Even with a perfect parry. Just keep blasting him. Now, this guy will probably give you trouble your first playthrough. Just remember, don't get too upset. You will get the muscle memory pretty quick. Like, see, I'm screwing it up a little bit, but I'm still doing totally fine. I'm not getting precise parries every single time. A lot of the time I am. Like there, I only got 2 precise parries, but it's all about, ew, there's all kinds of blood and guts in him. Stasis Jade. Attaching a talisman will temporarily immobilize the enemy. Time immobilized will vary depending on the enemy. Now, that is a Jade, a piece of equipment we can't equip right now. We can't get through that. There, you can actually see the lock on the other door. But we can't use any Jades yet. We're gonna leave the 8-man facility and go to New Kunlun. Is it New Kunlun? Kunlun? I'm not really sure. Kunlun? I'm not sure. I might actually look it up. Ooh, the trees have eyes! Now, if we go left, there's nothing really we can do here, but Tiandao Council recruitment slogan: your first step into the eternal. As they Tianhuo? Tianhuo catastrophe spread, the formerly secretive organization known as the Tiandao Council emerged into the open. They recruited technical personnel for the Eternal Cauldron project with motivational slogans and invited the general public to ascend with New Kunlun, a new path to survival. This brought a glimmer of hope to Pinglai, which had already plunged into doomsday panic. Fascinating. Look how beautiful this area is, how terrifying and beautiful, and holy moly, we're in a 2.5D world again. Hey, Ree. Made it safely to the council district. My worries are indeed unwarranted. Yeah, I'm kind of a badass. Fusang seems to be flourishing more than ever. Presumably this, the tree, is Fusang, with all of its roots and tentacle things spreading out. Almost looks like something out of Thousand Year Door from Paper Mario. The sort of style of it. The caretaker of all Solarians has never stopped growing since her departure. And that's what we are. We are a Solarian.
Okay.
Rest assured, all impacts rest within an acceptable range of possibilities. The roots. They are indeed roots, not tentacle hentai porn. Forgive my impudence, but access to the council code requires the possession of all the soul seals. You will need to snatch them from the other 9 souls. Remember, they were talking about the 10 souls? So ye, are a soul. And we're going to have to get the other 9 soul seals. Yep, he's like, if they have a problem with me taking the seal, I'll just kill them. That will be a treacherous road to go down. But regardless, time is of the essence. Please make your way to our predetermined safe zone. Alright, we're very close to the end of this first video. I know it's been a really long one. Just because there's so much to get through. We got through the first boss. We are about to get to our safe zone. And look at these statues. The Tiandao Legacy, New Kunlun Launch Memorial. Constructed, Year 1 Foundation era. The Tiandao Council undertook the legacy of the legendary Fengshi Lier and initiated the Eternal Cauldron project upon Kunlun Island, the place where he began his journey. New Kunlun would bid farewell to Pinglai and lead Solarians towards a new era. Then I wonder who this guy would be. If that's Lier, I wonder who this guy would be. Perhaps one of the souls? Unlike Lier's hands, this guy has robotic hands. Interesting. We can't examine that statue. I would love to. You can get some tips during the loading screen. Ooh, spooky. Interesting. nice little bridge. Rui. Mystic Nymph decryption required. Interesting. So if we try to turn him on, we have to go over here and charge up our Mystic Nymph, that little butterfly moth thing. Moth, more like. Fully charged Mystic Nymph. The Azure Flyer Mystic Nymph can perform reconnaissance and hack into remote terminals to unlock new paths. It is the ideal choice for exploring unknown environments. It was once limited to its projection function due to a lack of power, but has now returned to full functionality. So we can press the left trigger button, and this thing will go along. It can dodge, it can't really fight, but it can hack things. It's very useful for scouting ahead. If you want to go, ooh, whoops, that was the wrong button. Not that it'll really matter. Hack Rui. And bring him back online. So cool. You can actually see that the background of this is either crazy 2D artwork or is 3D. It's like a giant brain. Welcome back, Lord Yi. I have been waiting here for a long time. Incredible. Yeah, we started this talking to a little kid who seemed to be in like this medieval Chinese village, and now we're talking to a giant space brain. I was still deemed useful. My systems were throttled, but that's all that was happening. Oh, listen to that music. Oh my god, even hearing the music is great. Activating anti-detection firewall. Establishing pathing interference in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and like the holodeck, we get something awesome. The pavilion. This is the hub of the game. More like a safe zone rather than just a hub. You can't really leave here to go other places necessarily. You sorta can, but it's more to like the last node you rested at. Any node you can come back to the pavilion, and then you can return to the last one you rested at. So you can't really teleport around, but you can always return to the pavilion at any time. You rest here safely and enjoy the virtual scenery. Proper rest is indeed extremely important. Although Yi's like, I don't have that kind of spare time. Fuck you. Seems to be in a critical state. The repair process will involve severe pain. At least he's honest about it. Bro, this is gonna hurt like a bitch. But Yi's such a badass, he doesn't even care. And very calm as always during the repair. You may now modify your Jade system at any root node. Yep, that Jade thing we got after beating the boss, we can now give ourselves passives. Oh, I accidentally skipped that. Basically, in order to advance, we have to hunt down the other 9 souls. That's basically what he was saying. He was just reiterating it. I was just listening to the music for a moment. May fortune be in your favor. Jade's system has been repaired and be configured at any root node. The system was developed by the ancient Fengshi Guild to assist in combat. Inserting different Jades unlock extraordinary abilities for the user. Should be noted that an extensive Jade system requires a great deal of computing power. Now we can look at Abacus, Ruyi, Yi's dedicated personal assistant and artificial intelligence system. Beautiful. It's all virtual, of course, but it is beautiful. What's that? It's Schwan! Somehow he made it through all of the evil and guards and whatnot and got to here. No way I would miss out on a hero's quest. Not really sure about hero, but I'm certain about quest. It's gonna be a long one, boys and girls. Nong brought me here.
Huh?
You mean that paranoid Shenong? Who seems like he was right the whole damn time. There was indeed some crazy stuff going on behind the scenes. Those terrible machines. Yep. This is not a place for Schwan. Although the pavilion is perhaps the only safe spot in New Kunlun now. Am I even saying that right? I'm trying to say it right, but I'm not sure. Where is Shenong? He just sort of fucked off. I can make my own destiny. All I want is to stay with you. I'll even do all the cooking and cleaning. Please let me stay. I love you. You're like, oh man, alright, fine, whatever. I can't let you just go out and about into some robot-infested nightmare-scape. Better not run away on your own. That's literally what I'm gonna have to be doing all game, kid. Well, be careful out there. I'll stay here and wait for you. Alright, kid. That's fine. Okay, a little bit more to go. We're almost done with this episode. I know it's been an hour, almost. Well, it will be for me. I've been recording for an hour. For you, it won't necessarily be what's being happened. We're being tentacle anti-porn again. Fascinating. It seems to me that we are in another place. Can I go this way? Yes, you can. Alright. Let's not make too much light of this. Lier?
温情
Fellow disciple. Lier? Impossible. Wow, we're in a crazy space. Where the forces of heaven and earth intersect with space-time and consciousness. I might break this video up into 2 parts. You're not real, this is a mere illusion. What can be deemed real among the myriad? What can be deemed false?
Whoa.
Whose song for eons? Realize what is natural and simply act on your thoughts. Do ask for a moment of your time into our cycle of Tao. Resonate with Fusong, enabling travel between the central and outer nodes. Yes, this is the object that allows us to return to the pavilion. Allows the holder to move between the Four Seasons Pavilion and any registered route node. When Yi was brought to the Limitless Realm, a mysterious sage presented this as a gift to him. When blown, it resonates with the primordial root Fusang. All paths eventually converge. We shall meet again. And back from whence we came. Alright, we just saved. That's it. That is the first video of Nine Souls. Thank you so much for watching so far. We will continue on later. Yep, you can see Fusang there. Huge. And we can also go into detail and look through the different maps. There are indeed areas we did not properly explore because we weren't able to, or because there was no reason to at the time. But like any good Metroidvania, as we keep going, we'll unlock more exploration abilities. We can also talk to Xuan, who is here. We can look around the Four Seasons Pavilion. That thing needs to be activated, but I will leave that all for next time. I might split this into 2 videos. I'm not really sure yet. I guess if you're watching this, you'll know. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Nine Souls.